This is the Astros Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Houston Astros, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Okay, we're here, I think. Apologies. Sometimes technology does not love me, and tonight it did not love me. Again, thank you for joining us late for the Locked On Astros postcast tonight. Hello, I'm Michael Connor, your host. Sorry for the weird functions. My lovely wife, got me a new desk in my office, so everything got moved around, and for some reason, I guess when we unplug things, my microphone just decides to not work. So I've pulled out the laptop, and of course, pull out the laptop, nothing's going to work at the beginning. So here we are. We're here, and we're a little bit later than normal. Typically, we're here right after the game ends, but I appreciate you guys staying up and joining me here tonight. Locked On Astros postcast late night if you're watching live. Of course, you can get this anywhere that you get your podcast. Go search Locked On Astros. So the reason we are so late tonight is because I went to the game tonight. I just got home. It's my first game that I've been to this season. It's been weird. I went to one game last year. I've gone to one game this year. So I had a good time. I will go ahead and get my one complaint out of the way when we start. I don't know what they're doing in there these days, but turn the air conditioner on. I mean, their sponsor of the ballpark is an air conditioning company, and it is 90 degrees in there the entire night. I sweat the entire night. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. But cool night at the ballpark. The atmosphere was electric. We'll get through all of it here on the Locked On Astros podcast. Again, appreciate you guys joining me late night. Tonight's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Football season is around the corner, and visit FanDuel. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now. All right, so what are we getting through in this one tonight? Well, a lot of things. First of all, a great Monday night crowd. Now, it's a great Monday night crowd because, one, it's a matchup between two teams that are in the postseason in the American League. And it's also a reunion night at the ballpark that is not air conditioned, that is named after an air conditioner now. Obviously, you welcome back Christian Javier on the mound tonight. I thought the ovation for him, first of all, I'll get the ovation stuff out of the way. The ovation for Javier tonight in the building was great when he took the mound. Really cool to see. I did not get in the building. I will say I did not get in the building in time to see the Bregman tribute video and to hear the reaction to that. I will say completely shocked at how little the crowd got up for his at-bat to clap. They played one of his songs, that he played forever as walk-up music. And I was in my seat and I was getting ready to get up and nobody got up. Everybody just clapped. It was a nice little ovation, but it was not what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be kind of loud and monstrous. And, maybe it was, if you were there, maybe it was, maybe it was that when they did the tribute video, but it was not that. And then Carlos Correa came to the plate, and that was an unbelievable welcome home. They put the graphics, the video up of him tapping his watch and saying he's home, it's his time. And that place was jumping when he got up there to the plate. It was very, very cool to see. And then the other thing that was very cool to see was the Astros came home tonight, and they played good baseball. Last weekend, the weekend before, whatever, in Boston, they got swept out. And I say good baseball from the standpoint of they pounded out 7 runs today, 2 consecutive games of 7 runs. They hit the ball hard, and they did it against one of the elite pitchers in the American League, Garrett Crochet, a guy who, I went into the game, so I was there with a buddy of mine, and he's from Boston, and he's like, how's this going to go tonight? I'm like, yeah, you're going to crush him. Absolutely crush him. Like, Crochet's on the mound. This guy doesn't get touched, and I have to eat my words. I was completely wrong. Completely wrong. The Astros went out there and they roughed him up. It's the first time he's been roughed up in a while, which is interesting, but that's good for the Astros. They had nights out of a lot of guys. They got, a total of 10 hits in the ballgame tonight for their 7 runs. They got 7 of those hits off of Crochet. They got 5 of those runs off of Crochet. That's good stuff. Very good stuff. You get the home runs tonight, of course. Had McCormick, his first of the season. That was awesome. It was a bomb, too. Urias, his first as an Astro as well, which is really cool. And then extra base hits galore. Double for Cam Smith, double for Christian Walker, double for Urias again. and the Astros just kind of poured it on. Now, there was the negative side of this baseball game as well, unfortunately, because things happen. Now, Christian Javier, after the home run to Bregman, that part did suck. I'm not going to lie. Watching him go hit a home run, after the odd reaction to him going to the plate. I'm still torn on the whole Bregman leaving thing too, by the way, because I wanted him back. Don't get that twisted at all. Like, I felt that the team should keep him. He's not a $40 million a year player. I think he picked the right ballpark for his skill set, but he's going to opt right back out. And is Boston going to pay him that? They seem like a mess, anyways. But of course, he hit a home run. But he kind of rubbed me the wrong way, the way he went out. I'm not going to lie to you. He kind of rubbed me the wrong way from the standpoint of, I don't know. It just felt like he was half in last year. This is me. So it bugged me. But it sucked again to watch him hit a home run. But Javier, outside of that, really bounced back. Great to have him back. We've talked a lot about the Astros' need in the rotation. They at the deadline where they were looking to get a starting pitcher. They did not get a starting pitcher. And tonight he was he was exactly what they needed, was Christian Javier. So they're going to need that moving forward. 5 innings, 2 runs, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, and settled in. I think that was the biggest thing. You get jumped there in the first inning, back out on the mound. You haven't pitched in quite some time at the big league level. And, the emotions are flowing, the adrenaline's flowing, and give up a home run to a former teammate as well, which had to, kind of suck. And then, get in some more trouble, but get out of it before the inning ends, and here you go. It happens. Glad to have him back. Absolutely glad to have him back. And they're going to need him. Really cool, again, to see the reaction that he got from the crowd out there on the mound tonight. Let's talk about the bad in the baseball game. We'll do that here in a brief second on the Locked On Astros Postcast. All right, the bad in this one. Well, unfortunately, the bad we'll get to after this, because before that, I want to tell you about the good. I'll tell you about Gameday Hue. Gameday Hue makes clean, no-logo gear with team-inspired colorways for every pro and college fan base. Today's episode, by the way, is brought to you by Gameday Hue, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the gear that I have coming. I like this shirt that I'm wearing right now. White and orange themed hat coming. And for the golf glove, which if you're a golfer like me, you want to get your hands on one of these golf gloves, I went with the Texans colorway for that from Gameday Hue. Right now, you can get 15% off with code MLB15 at GamedayHue.com. That's GamedayHue.com. Code even stacks on bundle deals, so now's the time to load up. Let your colors talk, because colors speak louder than words. That's GamedayHue.com, code MLB15. And one more message before we get back to our discussion on the Astros win tonight over the Boston Red Sox. August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champ before Week 1 even kicks off, this is your moment. I am going to pick this year to win the Super Bowl right now on here, the Baltimore Ravens. I don't know why. It just feels like it's finally their time. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bet now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. Astros win tonight over the Boston Red Sox, 7-6. Of course, great to have a night back at the ballpark. Again, thanks for stopping by late. We are very late on this show. We typically are right here after the game ends. But tonight I went to the game, and let me tell you something. it was, well, interesting getting out of there tonight on top of that nightmare downtown. There was a great atmosphere. Almost 40,000, I think it was 39.2 or something was the announced attendance tonight, and it was every bit of it. Great atmosphere for a Monday night. Hopefully it's the same the next couple of nights, really for this whole homestand as well. Of course, you get the weekend crowds, which will be typically great this weekend. So just very good to do that. And very cool, again, I just wanted to mention to have, I know with the Bregman thing, the Javier thing, I think the coolest thing of the night is Carlos Correa. And just, it felt right. Everything felt right, to have him back out there wearing that number 1 jersey. Yeah, he's not playing shortstop anymore, but he's at third base. He made a spectacular play over there at third base, too. And that charging that ball coming in was just absolutely tremendous out of Correa tonight. Now, the bad in this one was the bullpen. Oh, boy. Ort got through his outing tonight. I'm not a big – if you've listened to this show, watched this show before, you know that I'm not a big Ort guy. Good tonight. Good. I've said it once, and I'm going to say it again. I do not know why Hector Neris is on this baseball team. I know that he matters in their clubhouse. He is a veteran that is very well respected in there and brings a lot of stuff to that clubhouse that, isn't quantified. But I got to say this from a baseball standpoint. Last year he wasn't all that great. This year he was bad with two different teams. And so he's on his third team. He's been horrible. It sucks for him. They celebrated him before the game because he hit the 10-year MLB service time today. But honestly, there is absolutely no reason why Hector Neris should be here. They're kind of in a weird spot. Now, if you did miss the news after the game that Josh Hader was not available tonight, that's the other thing. Is that Josh Hader showed up with shoulder discomfort today and was unavailable. Not a comforting thing. Bullpen-wise right now, they're banged up a little bit. You have to hope the Hader thing is not serious at all, because if it is, the Astros are in trouble. And they'll have to keep Hector Neris. There's a guy out there that has pitched for them that has been released recently, and I said it and got a bunch of grief for it on Twitter. I don't understand it. Look, I know he wasn't great for the Cubs this year, but you can't convince me that Ryan Presley's not better than Hector Neris. You just can't. So, honestly, if Presley wants to keep pitching at the big league level and he's not actually looking to retire, like apparently the word was that he was looking to maybe retire, sign him for the rest of the year. It's August and September. That's it. Then he can retire. Because I personally could absolutely go the rest of the season without seeing Hector Neris pitch and be just fine. So there's that. Hey, tomorrow night when the game wraps up, we'll be here live when the game ends, and the microphone issues will be fixed with my desktop that's up here. I'm telling you, we've moved things around, and for some reason they're plugged out. I don't know. I'm not a technology guy. I'm a baseball guy. We'll talk again tomorrow night after the game wraps up. Don't forget to join us here live on the channel as soon as it finishes. Thank you for sticking it out late. Talk tomorrow after Game 2 of the Astros and Red Sox. Locked On Astros Postcast.